This is J-Rod Art here, and this is my review for the Suicide Squad Harley Quinn from Hot Toys. So I just got this in just the other day. I'm going to use for the unboxing. Thanks for watching that. Like I said, I'm not that big of a pro on this stuff, so please bear with me. Hopefully this will be a little bit better. I'm trying to get a white backdrop to get more light on the figure. So thanks for watching, and let's get started on this. So anyway, let's pull back here. We'll get a full look at the figure here. And I placed her as I usually do in at least an action-y pose as best I can figure with what I have. And yeah, I try to at least make it at least somewhat interesting. Like I said, I change the poses on my figures at least once a month just to keep it interesting. But this is how I posed Harley in this one. And like I said, one of the reasons why I wanted to get Harley was because she's one character I get asked to draw more of than any other character besides my own at like Comic-Con or other conventions I attend and have tables at. So let's take a close look at it and let's go with it. So we're going to start with the base here. The base has got a 3D kind of look to it. You got the, almost like the dead shot thing in one corner, this square in the other corner, and Harley Quinn's name right in the center. And starting off with the boots here, boots slash sneakers, whatever. Like I said, I didn't even know that she had an opening in the thing there until I started drawing it later on. The detailing on this one is very nice, very sweet. Hot Toys usually does very well when it comes to the accessories that goes on the figure, and it's very cool how it looks here. It did come, the leg did come with a plastic around the shin area. I think that was to protect the fishnet covering on the legs. And one thing about the fishnet covering, it feels almost like a very translucent plastic or latex sort of material. I'm not really sure what exactly they're using with the fishnet design emblazoned or put upon it. So it is somewhat delicate, that's true, but I did remove the plastic from it, and it's actually not too difficult to put back in. You just gotta be really gentle with it. You can't be too hard on the stuff, but then again, don't be hard on any of the figures that you have, and you treat them well because they are expensive. So you go from there. So as we move up here, we get to the knees, and Hot Toys had to go with a different design on this one. I mean, they tried to hide the joint a bit, but you can still see it. It's there. I mean, at a glance, you're not going to be paying much attention to it, but it's not terrible. But personally, I think they should have gone with how they did Wonder Woman's legs, where it's that Barbie leg design that has some stuff inside, almost like TB League does, Python. Although personally speaking, I think they should, especially with a figure like this, or even Wonder Woman, they probably should have gone with the TB League design with the silicone body. It would have been the more delicate. Maybe they could have come up with something a little sturdier. But at the same time, this could be maybe the early beginnings of a new technology, and see where they go with it. So the fishnet stockings are very well detailed. You can see the tattoos beneath the legs here. And on camera, the legs look a little thin, but when you actually get the figure, it's actually a little thicker than this. I mean, because I am shooting this on an Android phone, which is, I don't have a professional camera just yet. Anyways, hopefully maybe one day I will. But meantime, it looks at the tattoos you can see, and the fishnet design works with the figure. The coloring on the boots is really good, and if you look one more thing on the base, you have the rock thing there, I guess, for a prison. It also came with a piece of masonry that was, I'm guessing from the movie, although I don't remember this being used anywhere in the film. But it's a nice little touch, I guess. I'm putting it there for now. So as we keep moving on here, we start getting towards the hot pants that is very famous in the movie. And the design is accurate to the film. It's got the shimmer that's, I'm guessing in the film it was like sequins, or at least something like sequins in it, but it still works. And like the belt, I didn't even notice it before, but and I've drawn this character so many times that it's not an actual diamond shape thing there that's holding the belt together. It's actually extended out like a regular buckle, but it still works. It's good. Like I said, they really pay good attention to the detail here, and I can finally see what was underneath the tattoo here. It's a dolphin, and I can't really quite tell what it says here, but whatever. For now, you can see the detailing on the tattoos on the legs here, the diamond shaped stare, and we go on here for the belt, and we get to the jacket. Now on this one, on this particular figure, I decided to pose it with the jacket, with the probably of Joker behind her, and we get to the shirt. Look at what the proper holes are from the movie, and you can kind of almost see it there, but she does have the red bra that's famous in that scene where she's putting on the uniform. The texture is really good here. Like I said, you know, it does lift up. I did check the bra to make sure it is accurate, just to double check. I did do that. And underneath the jacket, around her arms, she has the gun holster. So you can put the gun that she holds in her hand there. And speaking of the gun, let's go to it. So here we have the handgun, which again, very nicely detailed. You can see on the gun here the detailing on that one. You can see where in the palm of her hand she's got the Harley Quinn emblem. Always saw a Harley Quinn emblem on the holster. The gun says love, HQ there, design, and even the where the bullets go in, it comes with separately. It comes with the, if you can see that there, or you can probably zoom in better there. Well, basically, it's like it's blurry. Sorry about that, guys. Yeah, there you go. You can kind of see it there better. It comes with the bullet cartridges that go in there, and this thing can actually open up. I don't know if you can put it in there. I doubt it because I tried it and you can't do it. But it's just like a little side. It comes with two of them actually, and just put it on the side and you can try that out. So, gloved hands here. You see the other side of the gun here. Again, very nicely designed by Hot Toys. These guys really know what they're doing. The glove works great, and now we're going to go to what was one of the big attractions to the figure, and that's the very expressive head sculpt. When I first saw the original first production photographs of the figure, I was a little hesitant because of the look. I wasn't sure if I was going to really like the really deep expression of it, but it actually started to grow on me after a while. The detail on the face is this is probably, it's actually more Margot Robbie looking than the prison outfit version of Harley Quinn that is going to be released pretty soon. So I like this one better, even though I was kind of hoping they would have an extra head sculpt with her in a neutral facial expression, either like neutral, angry, or a little expressive, smiling perhaps. That would have been a really nice thing to go with. But a couple of things I didn't know about the figure, even about the character. To be honest with you, I didn't even know she had earrings. At the times I've drawn her, I've never drawn her with earrings. I've maybe drawn her with one, but that's about it. And the hair is plastic. It's just a single pieces. Well, actually, not a single piece, but single piece. One for the red hair, one for the blue tinted hair, and these do move, so you can give it a little more expression. Like maybe the hair is being waved, she's turning around, spinning around, a lot of action-y kind of stuff you can do with it. Mine, unfortunately, also came with the blue tinted one. It got a little loose when it came up there, but you can easily put it back in. You just gotta be really careful about it. But that's why for any figure, you gotta just be careful with what you're doing. There she goes with the pudding um, choker. It's there. Of course, you have to remove the head to put that in. We have my Daddy Little Girl Little Monster T-shirt. That works there. So, but overall, the head sculpt is really, really nice. One major flaw I feel is if you look at the eyes, and Hot Toys does great expressive eyes. I will give them that; they really do good. But her eyes are looking off to the right, and it's not centered, which I think kind of limits the posing. At least for me, I feel. It's always like being turned to the right. That's why I have her holding the gun on her right hand. Sorry, on the left hand, basically. My right, her left. And it's that's the one major issue I have with the eyes. That expressive, yes, but they should be centered. The teeth look great. You can see the shine in almost each individual tooth. The tongue, like I said, and I do applaud them for going for a very expressive look. But I wish they kind of did give us another option to play with and work around with. But overall, still not too bad. Actually, not terrible. It still works. I just wish the eyes were centered, and that would just give me a little more options when it came to posing the figure, at least for me. And on the wrists itself, she has these spiked armbands, wristbands there. She does, in the film, she wears two of them. She wears the one that says, yes, sir. And they do come with them. I didn't put it on because this is sir. The other one says the same thing, but says yes, sir. And I would have put them on, but it's a bit too much of a hassle. And especially with someone going to have it with the jacket on, you really aren't going to see them anyway, so there's no point. Without the jacket, you can put them on, but it's going to be a major struggle. And the arms are going to be a bit of a pain to get it through, so it's up to you. You can leave with it or without it. It's personal choice, but for this posing I'm doing of her, she only needs these spiked wristbands. So we're going to take a quick look at her from the back and go from there. Again, we're going to start from the bottom here. You can see the back of the boot. The detail is very nice on this one. Now if you see the back of the leg there, so really there you can really see the design for the leg here, which is kind of like two pieces. Although I do like it when it's smooth and don't see any of the bend in the leg. I can see why they did it, but the one thing it does limit the amount of movement the leg has. This is probably, maybe we can bend just a smidge more, but not by much. You really can't bend it too much. Also, the fish netting is very delicate, so you don't want to bend it too much. So you have to really be careful about that. Now we get to the famous bat. I picked up the regular version of Harley Quinn. I didn't get the special edition version, which I didn't even know there was one, that comes with the big giant mallet. But still, I liked it. The bat looks good, and I wish I had a magnifying glass so I can really read what's in there. I'm hoping it's something really cool because I've drawn it so many times. She comes with different kinds of hands, so this is like one of the ones. I mean, she comes with automatically the calm hands, but she comes with like hands. Actually no fists, believe it or not, no fists, but basically a stronger holding hand for the bat, one hand for the gun, and basically like 3 gloved hands, 3 ungloved hands, and it goes that way. The detail on the jacket, again, very nicely done. Very nice embroidery on the gold band there. The zipper, I'm guessing would work, but I'm not going to try it because even if I wanted to, you really couldn't close it. It's just a nice open piece right there. So we're going to take another quick look around here. You can see the her infamous butt, like the butt shot from the movie, which is there. Again, like one thing about the belt though, the belt should be lower on it, but still I can live with it. It's not terrible. It's not a deal breaker. It still works. One thing about the body though, yes, the legs are thicker than they look like on camera. The legs are also even heavier. The figure is actually a heavier figure than the other Hot Toys I have. And the one thing about the body though, which I'll get to in a bit, but you see like the back of the embroidery on the jacket, very cool. I mean, for 1/6 scale, this is really, really nice. And like I said, I love the amount of detail these guys put into it. The back of the head there, like I say, it works. Overall, like I say, considering what kind of do have some limitations in the posing, it's not terrible. So let's just take a quick overall view, and I'll talk to you about what I meant by the overall design of the figure. All right, so what I was trying to say before about the figure itself is that the figure, you can't bend the torso, not like the other ones. I mean, you can bend it, the top part just a bit back and a bit forward, but not by much. The other figures, you can actually bend at the torso there to do like one like a little higher, the other like a little lower on it, because this actually is one solid piece up to the diaphragm. It doesn't have the maneuverability of like the other figures do. So the torso here is basically one solid piece. Heavy, yes, it's actually, like I said, it's a heavier figure than the other ones I have, or the other Hot Toys that I've gotten and looked at over time. But like I said, those things on the eye position and the lack of movement on the torso figure, for me, it does limit the amount of posing you can do with it. Like I said, I do my best to try at least make it a little, keeping it static. Even with the woman-to-woman piece, I want to have at least some kind of action to it. Not overly dramatic, but it works. At least for me, it works. But like I said, those are kind of limiting things about it. And like I said, on camera, it does squeeze the figure in a bit, but the legs are a little thick. She should have a little thinner legs, and not so wide on the thighs. But is it terrible? No, it still works overall. And those are my small little pet peeves about it. I wish I could have a little bit more flexible, but you know, it's only so much you can do without ruining it. And also the figure also came with the purse that she steals from. I'm guessing it's a Gucci purse. I don't even remember, but it comes with the purse, which I'm not putting on because it really doesn't really need it right now. But in the meantime, you know, it is what it is. So to conclude, it's a pretty cool figure. It works for me, and we'll get to one quick last overview of it, and we'll call it a day. So overall, it's a nice new piece to my collection. Aside from those little limitations I mentioned, the detail is really nice. And actually, they just announced today, or at least maybe this morning, for next year on this time, for the Harley Quinn Dance Rave Party outfit version, which looks like it's going to have the natural hair instead of the plastic hair. I wonder how they're going to do. Maybe, I mean, like I said, the current photos are probably just a prototype. I don't know what they're going to do for the body design. If they're going to go with the Wonder Woman piece, body type. But overall, am I happy with it? Yeah, overall. Could it be a little better on some things? Yes, like most figures are. But you know, you go up with it and do what you can. Remember, this is a passion, it's a collection, and I'm really starting to get into it now. And I'll put a review of like some other figures I have later on. But for now, this is the review for Hot Toys Suicide Squad Harley Quinn. And thanks for joining me. And any questions, feel free to ask. With luck, the next one I'm getting in eventually soon, probably by next month. Hopefully, will be Ripley from Alien, and hopefully, eventually after that, the Princess Leia from Empire Strikes Back. In the meantime, this is J Rod Art. Thanking you all for watching and following me. If you like, any questions, feel free to ask. And have a great weekend, guys. Enjoy. Keep on collecting. Bye.